A lone figure, Nuh, stands against an ancient landscape, his face etched with sorrow. Narrator: a generation deaf to divine warnings was about to face its reckoning. Nuh calls out to his people, his voice filled with patience and earnestness. Nuh, O my people, turn to righteousness before it's too late. The people respond with dismissive jeers and mocking laughter. A man scoffs, Nuh, you've been saying this for years. Nothing ever happens. Dark skies gather ominously. Heavy clouds begin to loom overhead. The first drops of rain fall, each drop a harbinger of the impending catastrophe. Close up on a raindrop hitting the parched earth, a sign ignored. Tension mounts as the atmosphere shifts from warning to dread. Nuh, unwavering in his faith, delivers a calm yet firm warning. Nuh, Allah's mercy is boundless, but his justice is inevitable. The people continue their revelry, oblivious to the growing danger. A woman dances, laughing, as the rain starts to fall harder. Narrator: they ignored the signs, blinded by their arrogance. The rain intensifies, turning into a steady downpour. Animals begin to stir restlessly, sensing the impending doom. A dog howls at the sky, its cries echoing through the village. Nuh looks towards the heavens, his expression a mixture of hope and sadness. Nuh, O Allah, guide them before it's too late. The people mock Nuh's prayers, their laughter growing louder. A group of men point at Nuh, mimicking his gestures. Narrator: their hearts were hardened, their ears closed to the truth. The rain continues to fall, soaking the earth and the people. The first signs of flooding begin to appear in the lower areas. A small stream overflows its banks, water trickling into the village. Nuh watches the rising water with a heavy heart. Nuh, the time is near. Seek refuge in Allah. The people ignore Nuh's pleas, continuing their daily lives. A merchant haggles over prices, oblivious to the rising water. Narrator: they were consumed by their worldly desires. The rain intensifies further, becoming a torrential downpour. The floodwaters begin to rise rapidly, engulfing the lower areas. People start to panic as the water reaches their homes. A woman screams as her house begins to flood. Nuh pleads with his people one last time. Nuh, there is still time. Believe and be saved. But their hearts remain hardened, their disbelief unwavering. A man yells back at Nuh, it's just a storm, old man, calm down. Narrator: they chose their own destruction. The floodwaters surge higher, swallowing everything in their path. Trees are uprooted, houses collapse, and the village is submerged. People scramble for higher ground, their faces filled with terror. A child cries out for his mother as he is swept away by the current. Nuh looks on in despair, his heart breaking for his people. Nuh, O Allah, have mercy on them. The narrator reflects on the ignored mercy. Narrator: they had been warned, but they refused to listen. The storm rages on, a symbol of divine wrath. Lightning flashes across the sky, illuminating the devastation. Thunder booms, shaking the earth. The camera focuses on Nuh's face, his eyes filled with sorrow. Nuh, my Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. The narrator emphasizes the growing storm's intensity. Narrator: the storm mirrored the turmoil in Nuh's heart. The scene fades to black as the rain continues to fall. Only the sound of the rain and the roar of the waves remain. Narrator: the flood had begun, a test of faith and a lesson in obedience. The narrator's voice guides the audience through the initial stages. Narrator: they laughed when he warned them. They believed only when it was too late. The rain intensifies, a torrential downpour now. The sky is black. Nuh looks out at the chaos, his face etched with worry and compassion. He spots his son standing defiantly on a small hill, refusing to move. Nuh calls out, his voice strained against the roar of the storm. My son, believe and come with us. "Do not be among the disbelievers." His son scoffs, shaking his head, his arrogance blinding him. "I will find refuge on a mountain. It will protect me from the water." Nuh pleads, his eyes filled with desperation and impending sorrow. There is no protector today from Allah's decree, except for whom He has mercy. A massive wave crashes against the hill, engulfing Nuh's son. Nuh watches in horror as his son disappears beneath the raging water. He cries out in anguish, his heart breaking with the loss. The floodwaters surge relentlessly, rising higher and higher. Homes are swept away, trees uprooted, and the land disappears. People scramble for safety, their faces filled with terror and regret. A lone voice cries out, a belated acknowledgement of Nuh's warning. "We should have listened. We were wrong. Forgive us." But it is too late. The water overwhelms everything, silencing the cries. Only the sound of rain and the roar of the waves remain. The narrator's voice returns, somber and reflective. "And a barrier intervened between them, and he was among the drowned." A wide shot shows the ark floating alone on the vast expanse of water. Inside the ark, Nuh kneels in prayer, his face turned towards the sky. He seeks solace and strength from Allah in this time of devastation. The narrator continues, "It was said, 'O earth, swallow your water.' The rain begins to subside, the dark clouds slowly parting. And O sky, withhold your rain." And the water subsided. The floodwaters slowly begin to recede, revealing the ravaged land. The ark comes to rest on a mountain, a beacon of hope amidst the destruction. Nuh emerges from the ark, his eyes scanning the desolate landscape. He is filled with a mix of sorrow and gratitude, loss and hope. The narrator reflects on the consequences of disobedience. "And the matter was concluded, and the ark rested on Mount Judy." A close-up on Nuh's face, showing his deep sorrow and unwavering faith. The narrator emphasizes the importance of faith before certainty. "And it was said, 'Away with the wrongdoing people.'" A panoramic view of the flood's aftermath, a scene of utter devastation. The narrator speaks of the ultimate message: salvation lies in obedience. Nuh raises his hands in prayer, thanking Allah for His mercy. The narrator's voice echoes, "They laughed when He warned them." Flashback to the people mocking Nuh, their faces filled with arrogance. The narrator continues, "They believed only when it was too late." The camera focuses on the receding floodwaters, revealing the destruction. A single tree stands alone, a symbol of resilience and hope. Nuh looks towards the future, determined to rebuild and spread the message. The narrator's voice fades, leaving a lingering sense of warning. A final shot of the ark on the mountain, silhouetted against the setting sun. The screen fades to black, leaving the audience to reflect on the story. The importance of listening to the warnings. The consequences of disbelief. The power of faith. The mercy of Allah. The cycle of destruction and renewal. The enduring message of Prophet Nuh. A reminder to heed the signs. To seek guidance before it's too late. To trust in Allah's wisdom. To learn from the past. To build a better future. A future guided by faith and obedience.